All right, what's up everybody? This is your boy Don. I'm currently in downtown Port Orchard and I'm going to walk around now, enter a few businesses and ask them how has COVID affected their place of business. Rather than me trying to give my interpretation, I think I'll let them do the speaking instead. So again, I'm in downtown. I'm right in front of the Sydney Art Gallery and Museum, and I'm now going to go inside and see what we can find out. It says by appointment only. Hello.
How are you doing?
I see that you have appointment only sign up for the Sydney Museum. I was curious to see and find out how has COVID affected your business here.
Well, we've been closed since March as a result of the mandate from the governor because of COVID, and also because all of our essential people are volunteers and they're all in the high risk category. So we've been absolutely closed until about July when the county hit phase 2, and we are open by appointment. We did our normal May show, the Helen Norris show, which is our big show every year. We did it in July. And we had to do something different we'd never done before, so we actually did a virtual show and filmed it, and that went over pretty well. So we're learning new things, but we're currently closed until phase 3.
Nice. What do you think is going to happen with the museum during phase 3? What do you guys are your plans for that?
Well, we're hoping in phase 3 to be able to bring some of the volunteers back, because they have all expressed an interest to come back. We're taking advantage of this opportunity to do things like paint the walls and refurbish things and get all sparkly and bright. And we are hoping that with phase 3 we'll be able to start bringing people back in.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I hope nothing but the best for you guys coming up in phase 3.
Thank you very much. Thank you for asking.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, now it's a beautiful sunny day down here. So beautiful, so sunny. Well, let's go check out the next business. Alright guys, so now I am at Olympic Bike and Skate Shop here in downtown Port Orchard, and now let's go ask this guy, see how COVID has affected their business. Here's the bike shop. Hello there, Fred.
Hi, how can we help you today?
I really wanted to ask you to see how has COVID affected your business here?
Well, my business has been relatively good. The governor made me an essential business, so I've been working 3 days a week, every day, every week since COVID started. At first, it kind of slowed things down, but then people started to realize that they needed to get on their bikes and get exercise. And so later on, in fact, in May was my best May in 7 years as far as repair. And I'm primarily a repair shop. I don't sell bikes, but all of the big people were selling all their bikes. Now, as the thing has gone on, the pipeline has dried up. Amazon doesn't have bikes. Walmart doesn't have bikes. Most of the bike shops are out of bikes, and the pipeline is empty because basically, I don't know for sure, but the Chinese have not been shipping things, and I have a feeling it's a little retribution for our tariffs because they keep telling me after November, after the election, there will be shipments made, but right now I can't get saddles, seats. I'm virtually out of everything. I have tubes and tires, but what I've got here is the last that there is on the West Coast. My supplier, it's one of the big, is out of everything. Tires, tubes, saddles, of course bikes, and most of the parts I can't get certain pedals and repair parts and all that. So what's happening is, it's good because this time of the year my business is beginning to go down, although I still have a lot of repairs. It's getting harder and harder to find the parts that I need to put on the bikes for at least the next 2 months from what they tell me. So I'm still there, and business has slowed down enough to where I can keep my doors open with what I've got in stock, but just barely. And I'm waiting till after the election so we can begin to get parts in the pipeline. And I'm hoping we start to bring our production back to the United States, which is really what we should have done 25 years ago.
Right. Whoa.
Okay, I don't know that it's good and bad. Bad that I don't have all the parts people want, but good in that I'm still alive, unlike the hairdressers, the tattoo parlors, the restaurants here in town are just, well, you'll talk to them, they are hurting. You cannot run a business at 50%. You know, you got so much that you got to have, and you got to have, when people come, you got to be able to serve them, not limit numbers. Okay. So you take care and buck up, America. Hopefully the election will change all this. So we'll see you. Take care.
Thank you, Fred.
Bye-bye.
So you guys got that from the source from Fred the Bicycle Man here at Olympic Bike Skate Shop. Now we're going to walk across the street and see what we can get over there. Okay guys, so I'm from the comic book shop now, and let's go inside and see how it has affected these guys.
Hello.
Let's pull on the door.
Thank you for that. you think I could ask you some stuff about COVID real quick?
Absolutely.
How has COVID affected your business? Do you guys feel like it's hindered you guys, disabled it, assisted, brought business?
Honestly, I mean, when it first hit, we were both fortunate and unfortunately, because what ended up happening was when the governor ordered that all non-essential businesses had to close down, it pretty much exactly coincided with when Diamond, the main comic book distributor, decided they were not going to be sending us anything more. They shut down everything. Marvel, DC, independent titles, everybody stopped printing. So our last day open was a Wednesday, which is our new comic day. And yeah, so we ended up being open for one last new comic book day. And then we closed down, solid close down for 2 months because A, governor order, and B, we didn't have really a reason to be open because they were, there was no new comics, and most of our revenue comes from our weekly subscriptions and our new comics every single week. So yeah, we just pretty much closed down flat for about 2 months. And we kind of used the time period to like organize a bit and kind of clean and, you know, get things slightly more together. And then like we opened back up and it was still like kind of unclear how much we could be open, so we pretty much opened up for like pickups only and like special orders, anything like that. Once we started getting comic books again, our subscribers started coming in to get their weekly books. But yeah, it's been tough because obviously right before the shutdown and everything, we were doing like our regular customers, our regular business, but we were also like starting to get more people to come in. And then everybody, like, I think it's interesting that even though like we were closed and everything was shut down, but during those first like few months, nobody wanted to go anywhere. Like that was our number one thing, even after we opened back up again, was people were still worried about going out, and still like that's the vibe that we got, was that people were still worried about going out and worried about like actually interacting with other people and going to stores and that sort of thing. So we sort of dealt with that by like, okay, like we've pretty much been, we encourage masks even before the order to like wear a mask was like completely required, because we just figured it was okay if we're gonna make sure that people feel comfortable and confident enough to actually go out and shop, like you want to make sure that they know, yes, we're cleaning, we're wearing masks, we're, you know, doing our best to do what we can, rather than, you know, just saying, well, if you're too scared, stay home, bye. Like I think it makes more sense to, you know, sort of serve the demographic that's going to stay home if they feel unsafe. Like, because if you're gonna rely on people being brave, in general, people aren't too brave. Like, I think when something like this happens, it's definitely a matter of, you know, you want people to feel comfortable. Like, it's not so much about like whether we feel it's necessary, it's do the customers feel it's necessary.
Yeah. Well, thank you
Yeah.
for sharing your thoughts on this. And if you guys want your comic books, come on down here.
So many.
I hear they have anime too, for all the anime lovers. All right, thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Bye bye. And this time I push, not pull. All right. Next stop. Okay, so guys, now I'm in front of a place called Salone Petiroso. It's an Italian spot, I'm pretty sure. So here we go. That's what it looks like. That's the salon name. All right, hello.
Hi.
I was wondering if I can ask you a quick question about COVID.
Sure.
I'm really curious to know, how has COVID affected your business?
Well, I was closed down for 2 months, and then we came back to work, eased into it. I'm working a little bit less days. I share the time with my coworker who works the opposite days as myself, so we're not in here together. It's pretty small, so we keep it one client at a time, and we just sterilize in between, and haven't had any troubles.
Nice. Would you say because of this you've had more customers or less customers as a result?
Probably a little less. Some people are still hesitant to go out, some of my older clients.
Okay.
I didn't really want more. I'm pretty busy, so cutting down to 3 days a week, I've stayed real steady.
Oh, awesome.
Actually had a few new clients.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a good one.
You too, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, that was Salone Petiroso. Now we're going to walk on over to, well, I guess we'll just keep going this way.